Shut up and sit down.
Well, hello everybody, it's episode 37 of Third Shift. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Eric, and with me, as always, is Matt, the glorious, imperious Mr. Matt.
I like that. I'll take that.
Matt, how has this wonderful week been treating you?
It wasn't very glorious, because all we did all weekend was work, because it was quarter end, but it's over now, so... I don't know. That's all I got as far as real life. In video game land, I beat Night in the Woods, went out and wrapped up some easy trophies in that, and then it's been all Persona 5 since that landed in my hot little hands. I had something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I was going to call you out and say, well, as you new boys and girls, because every single freaking podcast we do, you start off with well. What do you got to say for yourself, Eric?
Don't be a hater, man. I love it. Well. Here we are, another day, another dollar. I say that in real life. I say that in game world. What do you want?
I had to try so hard not to just bust out laughing and ruin the original take of the podcast opening.
That's right.
God almighty.
That's what I do, man. I do it everywhere.
I guess that's true.
Ask everybody when I get in there. Bob goes, well, hello, Eric. And then I go, well, Mr. Bob.
Well, I know why you say well for Mr. Bob. So how's this week for you, Eric?
Oh, much better than yours, good sir. I was at work having quarter end. We were working, and I was loving it. I sit there sometimes, I sit at home, and I'm like, God, you know what else? You know, the only thing that would make my life better is if I was at work even more.
I agree.
And I'm like, wow. Gosh golly, the gods have provided me with a way. It's called quarter end. And then they put me at work all the time. And then I'm like, man, I couldn't ask for more. My life is glorious.
That's right.
And so I put my PlayStation in a little box and I fold it away. I put my PC away and I go, yay, life is great. And then my children go, Daddy, where are you at? And I go, I'm at work, children. I'm at glorious work.
So you're turning into Howard. His work is your break from your actual real life family. Yeah. Hi, I'm happy to be here. It's work. My kids aren't here. Hooray.
Oh, gosh. Much like you, I was at work all the time for the whole time. But I did do another dungeon in Horizon. I am only like 2 or 3 away from finishing the game and getting a platinum in that.
Nice.
So I'm pretty excited. I want to wrap it up. Persona 5 has landed in my hands, so I've been playing that, enjoying the heck out of that. Mm-hmm. As always, we do Borderlands night. Aww.
No, we
didn't because quarter end. That's sad.
No, I should revise what I just said. We do on quarter end, but we couldn't this time.
No.
Unless we had like a 1-hour Borderlands night when I get home. Hey, dude, okay, bye.
Drink as many beers as you can, as fast as you can. That would end well, because it always does.
No.
No? Okay, yeah, you're right. But Persona 5 is pretty darn cool. Obviously, the big thing coming up here, Bulletstorm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That comes out tomorrow, which I was confused about, and my brain will not accept the fact that it's not already out. Because typically Tuesday is a launch day.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay, so I got over the fact that Tuesday wasn't going to be the launch day.
Yep.
And then I said, well, then it has to be Thursday. That's the law of video games.
Not really, no.
So I download the game. I get it. Not download. I didn't download anything because it won't let me. I purchased.
It won't let you download it, but it let me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I gotta check that out. So I pre-ordered the game, and then this morning I'm sitting there, at 6 a.m. right before the kids wake up and ruin my perfect silent morning for myself. And I'm like, let me see what's going on. I'll check out Bulletstorm before everything kicks off. Where the hell's that? Oh, what? So I go check the thing. Oh, launch date 4/7. What the hell, Friday? Yep. What the hell they do? Well, who launches a game on Friday?
Although, wasn't there something that we talked about on IG2G that launched on Friday as well? Something launched on the 21st or the 28th or something. There's some other weird games, so maybe it's starting to be a thing. Because doesn't Nintendo launch on a weird day too? Aren't they?
Yeah, well, Nintendo, traditionally does launch on odd days, so
Maybe it's just odd days time.
maybe
now.
that's a trend. Yeah, hey, we just launch when we want.
There you go.
You know, it's called Launch Day Wednesday. Boom, bam, done.
Launch day Sunday.
I don't know. So I was a little sad. It didn't matter. My kids came running out of their bedroom going, Daddy, why are you awake? How do you hear the hum of a gosh dang PC machine? It's impossible.
I'm telling you, dude. It's as soon as you boot up your PS4, it goes beep. It's got to be that. It's got to be the beep.
It's got to be the
They
beep.
Go, ah.
Or maybe they hear my heartbeat. Maybe they're like little freaking animals, and it's like they hear doo doo.
Well, see, I'm gonna go a way more insulting fashion and say you and I have both gotten super fat, so maybe they just hear your massive footfalls.
Yeah, stomping around like a brontosaurus, thinking I'm silent, and my fat man breathing. I'm awake, everybody.
You like thump down into the couch.
Oh, Fat Daddy's awake! Yay! Here I come! Yay! Let's go jump on his belly. Oh.
Awesome.
Oh gosh. So yeah, the week's been fantastic. You know, we're finally going to go back to the normal world. So for everybody out there, we are back. The world will be normal for the next few months until our next quarter in.
But shing shing, breaking news alert. What just happened? What's the newest news?
I don't even know. Bulletstorm.
Look down at your feet, Eric. What happened? What's the newest?
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk.
You have to talk about it.
Oh my god! All right, so for all of you listeners out there, I just want to let you know the dedication.
Well, see, we can ask the listeners how to fix your problem. So maybe somebody knows.
I have a creek in my front yard, and it's been snowing / raining immensely up here in the old wonderful state of Michigan today. And I come downstairs, and I'm like, hey, let's record this podcast. Oh, why is my basement flooded? So I want everyone to know my dedication right this moment. I am in a pool of water. My feet are bare. I have no socks on. So I'm sitting in a pool of water, and I have all sorts of electronics hooked up to my head directly. Okay, so if there's any shortage, and I will know, I have a huge power strip sitting there, and I'm looking at it. It's not protected. There's nothing there. It's in the water too, and I'm still just talking. So I could possibly die at any moment. I could happen. I could be electrocuted at any time. It'd be great.
I'm glad you came to record the podcast with me, even if you got cold feet.
Oh, look at that.
Yes!
Dang. Joe and Randy Varnell would be proud of you.
Oh, I thought that up just as you were telling your story, and I was like, ooh, I got to get it in somehow. Got to get it.
There you go, setting you up for success. But yes, my basement flooded, so I'm down here miserable and sad, knowing that tomorrow I have to figure out a way to get rid of the water, then fix my carpet, and do all the wonderful things that a homeowner has to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to deal with any of it.
Just burn the house down, Eric.
I'm just going to burn the house down. Yeah. There we go.
Blame the neighbor.
Yeah, that old crazy neighbor with cats did it.
He threw a flaming cat in through the window and it burned.
Oh, he's been dead for 2 years, Eric. Oh, man, his spirit is over there with them cats. You know, cats are known to be like spiritual animals.
He's like a fire djinn now, and he came over to my house.
So he sets his cats on fire and throws them through people's windows. That's what happens. Yep. That's the story we're telling.
I'd believe it.
Yeah.
I'm the witness.
Well,
I saw it. I saw it happen.
Well, when I'm in One Winged Angel's asylum, I hope you come visit me.
Yep, I'll come see you.
Because that's where I'll end up when I'm talking about fire djinns setting cats on fire and throwing them through windows, man.
I'll come and I'll bring podcast equipment. We can do the podcast from the asylum.
That would be actually awesome. I think we'd get a lot more listeners if they knew someone in an asylum was doing a podcast.
I just have the recorder on as I'm walking through the halls. That would be the intro. Would just be my footfalls and then like crazy people slamming into the doors and yelling random shit.
Then the one last door. Hello, Eric.
Hello, man.
So it begins.
That would be perfect.
God, what could be? All I have to do is finish the job and go insane. I'm so close. I'm so close. I have more killing to do first, Matt.
So speaking of insanity, you too, you two listeners out there, can join the insanity of the Imposter's Guide to Gaming with our latest episode, episode 3, that dropped on Tuesday. Check it out.
That's how you do it.
So yeah, another fun episode of the Imposter's Guide to Gaming. If you haven't listened to it yet, go check it out. It's in the THiRD SHiFT feed. You know where to find that. Coming up next week, I don't think we have anything yet. Unless somebody... What? What?
I don't think we have it.
No, I'm talking about next week, Tuesday episode.
I know, but you just like, oh, we got nothing for nothing.
Pull it together, Eric. You can't do this to me. So coming up next week on Tuesday, we got nothing planned, but remember you guys can always shoot us deep dive requests or anything else. If you want us to do some other kind of crazy off-topic show, we start doing that too. Why not, right?
Yeah, well, and also, don't forget, man, Talented Tuesday's still out there.
That's right. You guys can submit your fan art to challenge us.
Someday, let's see some fan art, and then we will do our best to make something that beats yours out.
Exactly.
Sean, we're looking at you.
Yeah, the one guy who, quote fingers, almost sent in some fan art. Come on, man. How about some fan art of Eric's flooded basement? There's a challenge right there.
There you go, with Toby and a little raft and Lonnie swimming around.
Oh, see, Alani would just be chilling in your basement. Be like, I just made some improvements. Boom, there you go. There's your art challenge, Sean. So you draw that, and then we'll draw that.
But we'll draw it amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're artists.
So what else happened this week? We got some shift codes for Golden Keys in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. So make sure, be like Eric, don't put those in. Don't get free loot. Be like me, too. I don't do it either.
Yeah, never get your keys because you don't need them.
No.
Except for when you do.
I take that back. Do that. Can you get yourself some free stuff and have some fun and play 2 really awesome games. Boom. There you go.
Yeah, which I told you before, man. I've been itching to get back in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got a journey. We were up in there, going in ultimate mode, rocking and rolling.
See, wait, I'm going to interrupt you. What we really should do is just start all new characters all over again. We should do
No.
Run through it for the 4th time.
No. No. We need to get to the OP mode and enjoy some of that content.
I agree with that. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I agree that we should.
Hey, if we keep the dream alive, it's always a possibility.
That's true. That's true.
Can't let it die.
So what else happened this week? We got Gravity Rumble that hit this weekend during quarter end. What'd you think, Eric? I know you got in there and played some.
Oh, yeah. You know, for the first time in a couple of these freaking times, I actually got in there and was rocking it out.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. I enjoyed the pre-sequel type, jumping you had, the little floating moon jumps.
Yeah.
It really kind of changed the dynamic of the maps. You're like, oh, snips, I can actually get up to that without actually going up the ladder, run around.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of gave you more options when you're playing. And it also amused me, because as I've told you before, I'm in these matches, and these guys and gals are like, oh, I know, I'm in trouble. Let me just jump.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't save you, because I'm just going to go follow your trajectory.
Yep.
And then start stabbing you in your butt as you're floating slowly down on top of me. So I've slammed my sword up in your butt like 8 times by the time you're even getting to the point where you can touch the ground.
Uh-huh.
And then when you hit, you're so scared and disoriented that
all you do is jump
over.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty much the sum of it, is I spent a lot of my time. It was capture maps quite a bit for me. I'm not sure why, and everybody thought that was the best way to go, but I did enjoy it because I love capture, and it's one of the ones that people generally don't pick. So I was having a blast just going in there with Phoebe and beating the crap out of people, man.
For me, I think it was a capture, a meltdown, and an incursion. And like you, on that meltdown map, I had one Toby who would just, I was Pendles. I'd run up and hit him, and he would just jump. And so I would just follow him, and I'd be sitting under him, swinging my commas like a madman, just slicing up his feet. And as soon as he hit the ground, jump again, and I just do it again and again and again. It was, I don't know, I thought it was weird. By the end of the 3rd match, I didn't really do any gravity rumble stuff anymore. During the first match, I would run up and I would, use my melee to be knocking people around. But I didn't think it knocked them back, like, really appreciably far. Like, it knocked them back far enough that I couldn't do anything to them. So I just stopped doing it. And I'd just run up and attack them normally.
That's what I noticed, because I was playing, and I should have tried a couple range characters, even though that wouldn't have really made any sense either.
Yeah.
But I played Phoebe for most of my matches, and I noticed when I would do that, and they'd pop out, and they'd get out of range. And I'm like, well, that's the exact opposite of what I want.
Yeah.
I want to keep them in on me so I can just keep wailing on them until they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to hit them out of range anymore. So I stopped doing the melee,
Yeah.
and then I would just attack them. And like I said, they would just start jumping around thinking that was going to save their life.
Mm-hmm.
It never did. It never did.
Yeah, for me it was weird because I had the meltdown and then the capture, and the team I was with won those like handily, and I was like, oh, this mode's great, I love it, I'm having a great time. Then we got in an incursion, and my team just lost their minds. They would not push, not do anything. So I ended up literally pulling an Eric because I was a Lonnie. I pushed to the sentry by myself, stood there, tanked the sentry for as long as I could to actually get damage on it, and then my team just like fell asleep. So at the end of the night, I was just like, F this game, F Gravity Rumble, people are stupid. So it ended up with a bad taste in my mouth at the end of the night. But I thought the mode was okay, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I agree, man. I was really kind of thinking it was going to be more like more moon jumpy. I know that sounds goofy, but I was really thinking people were going to fly around even more than they were.
Mm-hmm.
Which, now I think about it, wouldn't necessarily have solved the problem.
Yeah.
Because once again, I'm just going to, hey, go ahead, jump like a crazy person, and I'm just going to follow where I know you're going to be landing, and then come and meet you there. But at the same token, I think that would have just made it even more wonky and, fun in a sense, where you're just flying around like fools all over the place. And then the melee hit, I don't know what I want from that, honestly. Yeah. I just, the melee portion of it, I'm like, I think the jump part was all I really needed or cared about, so...
Well, how about this? Me, Brainstorm Jones. How about if you had the jump, the jump height, the movement speed would be the same as your normal speed, but melee damage overall would be heightened. That way, people who are ranged can moon jump up. You can't hit them for a while they're raining down shots on you, but once they land and you get in range, then it's even fight. I think that'd be a little bit more... I don't know. I think that would make the dynamic a little more interesting, but that's just me.
And something I should have done, and I didn't, was try an Oscar Mike.
Yeah.
Because then you get jump up in the air, and you're just freaking laying down fire the whole time while you're traveling. And maybe that would add a whole different dynamic, but I didn't even think to do it.
Yeah, I totally didn't do that either. I was Pendles, Alani, and then I wanted to throw my controller out the window, so I stopped.
So that's something. Anybody listening to this, did you guys go ahead and go in with an Oscar Mike or any other sort of ranged attack?
Did you do it correctly, like the mode was probably supposed to be
Did you maybe
played?
think about it a little bit more and pick someone who could have possibly attacked people while you're floating in the air like a freaking fool and maybe make use of that time? Now, in my defense, I will say there's a couple characters that were ranged, and while they were floating up, if they were doing damage, it wasn't noticeable.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything that scared me away. I always just stuck with it and killed them when they landed. So,
Yeah, I think I was up against in the capture map, I think there was a Whiskey Foxtrot, and all he did was just run in and get killed by me. He wasn't jumping and floating around. I know in the incursion there were a couple ranged people, but they had a Montana with them who just stayed on the ground and laid down minigun fire the whole time. So, not a lot of people I saw making use of the appropriate strategy.
I concur, but I think it's a mode that does need revisiting, and I think it's a mode that should come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe with just a couple tweaks, because I saw potential there, and I enjoyed the fact that a lot of people were going for capture, when normally in quick match it's meltdown and meltdown and meltdown.
Yeah. Maybe we get a face-off,
and meltdown, and then a face-off. Yeah, exactly.
One thing I was surprised by in the Gravity Rumble queue was that it was all 4 modes. I'm so used to playing on Saturday night now, playing quick match and having 3 modes to choose from. So when I saw Incursion pop up, I was like, oh, damn, I haven't played an Incursion in a while. Because if you go into Versus Draft, we can never find teams, and that's a whole other story. But yeah, I was excited to play that Incursion, and I was glad that they put all the modes into the fun Rumble mode. I thought that was pretty cool.
And in all honesty, too, I'd like to see quick match actually get Incursion put back into it.
Yeah.
I know some people were like, oh, I don't want that. I just want, we want incursion, we want incursion. I liked it when it was incursion would pop up once every 3 or 4 times as an option.
Like a 25% chance to roll among the selections.
I enjoyed that because then it allowed me to stay in the queue, keep rolling, and know that eventually I'd get a chance to do an incursion map. And be, of course, incursion finally popped after 5 matches. Let's, boom, roll in.
And like we've said 1,000 times, you're in quick match, you're rolling with a team, having good matches or at least competitive matches. Oh, I want to play an incursion. Well, let me leave, go to a totally different queue, and queue up with randos if I'm lucky. I like that idea. If you can just keep rolling. Just rolling. Whatever match type you want to play. There you go. This is your queue.
So maybe in the future, if enough people agree, maybe that's something they'll change up a bit. But I know when they had it, a lot of people weren't happy with it because, you could just go to the incursion map and then do incursion to your heart's desire. But now they don't even have that. You have to go on the versus draft.
But they do, but not on Saturdays.
Not on Saturdays.
Yeah, which is what we're on.
Our world revolves around Saturday, Matt, so...
It did. It's changing now, though.
It's changing now to Friday again.
That's right.
These times they are a-changing.
Good song. All right. One thing I did want to comment on, been telling you guys about the Helix Gamers League Battleborn tournament that was coming up last weekend, the 1st and 2nd. I think I may have the results for that. I was on their Battlefy site on my phone, and it was working really jankety with the company Wi-Fi while I was doing it over my lunch break. It seems like the PS4 tournament was won by Midnight Club, so shout out to those guys. And I will say, I looked for Xbox One tournament results. It didn't look like any team signed up. Looked like one random free agent signed up for that one. And for PC, looked like only one team registered. So the next time they have those, get yourself and your team in there and register because you obviously have a pretty good chance at winning these. And I'm not sure what the prizes are. I think they said shift codes and skins and stuff like that. If you want some free stuff, why not sign up for these when they pop?
Well, plus it's an easy way to get your name out there, If you or yourself or a crew are out there doing Twitch streaming, messing around, having a good time on stuff, you go to some tournament like Helix and you go ahead and win it, even if it's going up against 2, 3, 4 other teams, hey, they're going to say, hey, great job, you're going to get the shift codes, you're going to get skins, cool stuff on top of that, plus you're going to get the recognition. That can only help you. Why the hell not?
I was going to say, it gives you footage you can loop on your highlight reel. It's just, and plus, it's just fun. You're playing the game. You like the game. Why not sign up for the tournaments, too?
And beat the crap out of other people who are interested in winning.
Exactly.
I like it. I will say a side note before we continue. My feet are really cold in this cold, cold water.
See, I was hoping you had, I'm not sure what the desk you have down there looks like, but I have like the little slide-out desk thing, so I could put my feet up on a little bottom shelf if I wanted to.
I don't have a bottom shelf, Matt.
You got stools back there. You could sit like super sideways with your feet up on a stool.
I could go get the stool, bring it over, and I could do all that, but
you get your feet even more cold by wandering through the water.
Aerating them now as I'm in ice cold water too. That's probably helpful. They're just accustomed to ice water now. Might as well just leave them in it, right?
That's exactly it. You
Can't
might as well just
possibly
sleep
get a flu
there.
from this.
Just lay down on the floor. Just sleep. Arctic Eric, that's what we'll call you.
That's right. Become like the penguin or something.
So rolling on into the battle plan. Not a lot here this week. Under the New This Week segment, we got pictures of the giant Battleborn statues that arrived at Gearbox HQ. If anybody was following those guys on Twitter, they were having a grand old time taking pictures of Montana pieces as they were getting pulled into the rooms. Half-dressed Wraths getting tossed in there. Great times there.
I was really excited to see those getting put in because I'm like, oh, man, we're going to go visit there soon.
That's right. Get a selfie with Montana, dude.
And by soon, I mean in like the next 5 years. But when we do, we get to go get pictures.
See, if we were there right now, your feet wouldn't be in cold water. They'd be in like leftover pizza boxes from their Bulletstorm International launch party.
And did you see that? They had Jets Pizza.
I did see that.
Oh, I was laughing. I'm like, man, some things don't change no matter where you are.
That's
Eating
right.
That deep dish Jets Pizza. Living the good life. I liked it. I loved it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard, but baby, don't you know?
Stop it, Eric.
Oh, come on, that was good. Everybody loved it.
Then in the hot fixes, again, nothing here. They did specify, though, that there aren't going to be any queue changes for a few weeks. And the fact that this is usually where they reiterate that solo duo queue is Wednesday and versus draft is Saturday, I'm assuming that since they don't say that here, that that's going away as well. But it doesn't say that. So I'm not 100% sure there. Because no changes could mean they stay there, because that's the rotation.
I'm going to go with it. They're going to stay there because I think that's kind of what they've been building on, is that this is going to be a steady rotation the way things are. That's the way it is. That's the natural order of things in Battleborn right now. So
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed, but again, since they always mention it and they don't here, I'm not sure. So, hey, we'll know in 2 days when we get on.
we go to queue up, we'll be like, oh, what the hell? Ain't nothing here.
In the community spotlight, we got a picture from, who's this from that made this, Eric?
So, Mr. Generic Tag has went ahead and recreated a whole game based off of Love Letter, which is a pre-existing game, and he went ahead and did all new skins for the cards, all the pieces, etc., all themed Battleborn. And then it says he even made up his own lore to go with all the different cards. That's dedication, man.
Oh, yeah.
That is...
I clicked on the link for the lore, and I saw it was a big lore piece, and I went, oh, I'm at work, and I'm scared. I don't know if I have enough time for this, so I'm gonna get back on and read that. And, skirt, record scratch, do you know who Generic Tag is? Because you should.
Goblin King?
Oh, if only. If only. It's friend of the show, Hunter Cochran, at H.E. Cochran on Twitter.
Oh, shit, it's Hunter Cochran. No, I didn't know his gamer tag.
I was on his Twitter once, I think just, cyber stalking him, seeing what he's doing up in Canada, and I saw this pop up. And then, it says in his bio that Generic Tag is his generic tag in all his places. So when it popped up, I was like, I know this picture. And I went, aha, that's who that is. So yeah,
Holy
shout out
cow.
to you, Hunter.
Well, Mr. Hunter, congratulations, sir. Now I'm going to have to definitely check that out. Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Craig. Oh, man. But nope, didn't put the two together at all.
Yep, there you go. Now, in the coming up segment, they said next week they're going to be shifting focus with an expanded look at the community with maybe some rewards or two. So keep an eye out for the battle plan next week as well.
I'm hoping that actually means they've got something really cool coming up. I know it's been slow, and I know they're focused on Bulletstorm, etc. right now. But I'm really hoping that they reveal at least one of these big secrets that they've been keeping, whether it be the Supercharged, whether it be Season 2, whether it be a big another big update with hot fixes, etc. I don't know, but just something.
Now, speaking of updates, follow up in the battle plan thread on the forums. A lot of people were complaining and talking some crap. Jithri actually did respond. I'm gonna shoot his response here on the show. He says, so just to chime in here before he answers other questions, it's been close to a year. We're still here and working on Battleborn Daily. We have another update that is coming. There's no date on it yet, though. So he says they've slowed down weekly tweaks basically because most of the big changes that they've been talking about doing require a major update patch. So they're working on that update to be able to give us more stuff that people have been wanting. He did specifically also mention Supercharge mode. No details or date on it yet, but he said that is also in the works and coming. So there's your update from the man himself, Randy V.
So there you have it. Someday we will get some really cool new info / updates. Whether it be next week, who the hell knows?
I'm betting not on that.
I don't think so either.
I think he said in the month range is about what people should be expecting, but he was really vague on that too, so no solid details, but something big's coming.
Which you have to be, because if anything comes up, you don't want to make promises. If I've seen or learned anything in the video game business, is you never make a promise.
That's right.
And I adhere to that in real life as well. My first answer to everything is no. That's right. And then you work your way up from there.
Want to have sushi, Eric?
No. Why is sushi good, Matt?
Liar. All right, see you later, dude. I'm going to go to the moto.
Oh, no. I mean, yes, I'm coming. But see, it's easy. It's easy to go from no to yes.
That's true.
But when you say yes...
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, you agreed to shovel shit for 7 hours. Oh, I mean, no. No, people don't generally like that.
That's true.
So it's easy to go, no. Oh, I was hoping you'd help me shovel shit. Nope. Okay, well, you said no to begin with, so.
Or, oh, I had to go shovel it anyway because, man, the boss really screwed me. All right, I'll help you out here.
And then you're doing a favor. Boom. Always good.
There you go. Cash in the favor.
Look at that.
So, yeah, other than that, anything else you want to talk about?
Yes.
Anything?
Bulletstorm. Duh.
Okay.
Comes out next week. Comes out next week, Matt. Comes out next week.
Wrong.
I don't even know what day.
Failure.
Look at it. It's been a quarter in. I don't know what day it is anymore.
That's true. I actually don't know
No,
what day
I
it
am
is.
lost in the sauce right now.
Yesterday, I thought it was Thursday, and then at a later point, I thought it was Tuesday.
I thought today was Friday. I was sitting upstairs with the kids, and I'm like, oh, man, tomorrow we're going to go do this and this. And I was just like, I don't know.
She just lied to the children.
No, never mind.
Daddy, are we going? No,
actually, I got to work. I forgot it's only Thursday.
Dad, you're the worst.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
You're worse than Howard. Boo, hiss.
You disgust me, Father. Oh.
You're a bitch, Daddy.
But no, Bulletstorm's out tomorrow, man. And I, for one, I know you've been talking about getting into some Battleborn tomorrow for our Borderlands night, but I foresee some Bulletstorm in our freaking Borderlands night tomorrow night as well.
All right, yeah, I agree with that. Let's do that.
We got to get in it.
Yes, we definitely have to do some drunken anarchy mode and piss off all our teammates. It'll be a blast.
Can't wait. I'm going to be in there doing all sorts of hokey bullcrap shots, missing things, being a moron, barely getting any sort of combo moves or call-outs done. I can't wait.
I'm going to be sliding off of cliffs, trying to kick you into a cactus.
Yes.
Just whipping our teammates with the leash. Just
that's what I'll be doing mostly. Trying to whip them in the face. In the face! You're not even helping us win. That doesn't matter.
These friggin' idiots. Can we boot them? Oh, they booted us again.
Oh, goodness. We'll have to record that one. Not the...
There we go. We'll stream that.
We won't, not what we're saying, but we'll stream what we're doing.
Okay, so I'll stream everything on like some protected channel somehow. I'll totally like hacker style figure that out. Then Danny can go in and put in a bunch of beeps or just a bunch of random rights free music.
As we're drinking,
she'll put in yakety sax. It's a clown music. Yakety sax is the Benny Hill music, not yakety yak.
I know. I was thinking yakety.
Although that would actually be pretty good too.
Exactly.
Screw it. Either way.
I had it in my head already. That's because that was the song I was going with. Damn it. Oh goodness. But no, that's something to look forward to. So
yeah, everybody go grab up Bulletstorm. We've got it. I have it downloaded. I don't know if you will, but you should by the time this comes out.
When we're done with the podcast, I'm gonna go back upstairs and try to figure out what's going on and why it hasn't downloaded, or if it has and I'm insane, which is also a probability. Something that could be.
Although you were up there playing Persona, so I think it probably stealth downloaded. Maybe that's what happened.
Did it in the background while I wasn't paying attention. Yeah,
could be.
Hopefully, don't piss me off, Bulletstorm. Don't you start with me.
Bulletstorm wouldn't give a shit. It would kick you into a cactus.
No, Duke Nukem would say, "Gah, eat ass and die."
I like how your Duke Nukem is not nearly deep voiced enough. He's always just like this. Grr, I'm Duke Nukem. I'm gonna get you.
I was thinking Terry.
All right, that's pretty good. Duke Nukem Terry. Now I'm picturing him like
had to help my daughter. Went down to Oklahoma.
Red wife beater reshingling a roof. Oh, this is tough work.
Too old for this. Sorry. Want to go to the old town
Too old
diner?
for this, but I'm going to do it all the time. So yes, everybody go get Bulletstorm. Have a great time with us. And other than that, it's time for the mailbag.
It's me, Copper Cool, the mailman. That's weird.
Wait, why are you dragging me away into a canoe, mailman?
Oh.
Got to get in the canoe.
What? It's a long trip down this damn river, man. My arms are tired, Matt. Are we ever going to see the island?
There it is. Here it is. This week's mailbag question comes to us from our friend Dave S. He writes, "Hey guys, do you have any conjecture on the new PvP mode Supercharge? Also, do you think we'll get new maps for this mode or just more recycled maps like they did for Face Off? Keep up the good work, Dave S." Well, thanks, Dave S. What do you think, Eric?
I like that question. And we've partially answered this question before.
It was a while ago, though.
It was a while ago, so let me reiterate. Supercharged. Here's what it is. Shut up, Matt.
I'm
Stop
shaking my head
your
already. I'm shaking my head.
What's the spider things called, Matt?
Those are the sentries.
Sentries.
Sentry bots.
Okay, check this out, everybody.
This is how much we play Battleplan.
There's gonna be.
What the fuck is the thing called? There's a guy.
He's Jeff.
Got a face
Everyone's
on.
Jeff now. I don't care who they are. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff. There's gonna be a sentry bot. He's gonna be in the middle of an island, and he's gonna be supercharged. What's supercharged mean, you ask? It means he has lasers coming out of every orifice of his body and his legs. And you're going to be in rowboats. And you're going to row your boat. And you're going to have to row that boat as fast as you can using your buttons. Okay? And you're going to try to get...
So
No,
what you're thinking
listen, through
is...
laser
Wait, no. Wait.
fire.
You're going back to the Resident Evil fish fight in the boat where you had to row away from him real
Row
fast and hammer
as
on the
you
button.
could. You've got to row that boat as fast as you can to the island to even assault supercharged sentry bot. All right? And then once you get there, the opposing team has been rowing their boats as well. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So if they're on that island, well, duh, you can't let them kill the sentry bot first. So now you get the power of that island, which is supercharged. And so now you're supercharged along with the sentry bot, along with the other players who are on that island, and you do battle with each other and the sentry bot, all supercharged. But that's if you make it to the island. If you don't make it to the island, you're getting shot by lasers. That's the sentry bot shooting at you in the boats, and then you drown in the pond. Supercharged.
Hashtag supercharged.
For the second part of that question, yes, it better be some new maps. We've been playing on the same maps for quite a while. I think it is about time they introduce a couple new maps to this rotation. Plus, it'd be pretty hard to reuse a map when you need an island and a freaking landmass of water around it and boats. Okay, so because I know exactly what's happening, I'll just say yes, for sure, we'll have some new maps. You're going to love these islands. What do you think, Matt? You with me on this?
No,
Oh,
not at
come
all in
on.
any way, shape, or form. I like the idea, but that's not what this mode is going to be. So everybody knows that the logo or the symbol for Supercharge in the menu screen is a Shepherd bot with like a circle underneath it. So my conjecture, again, kind of like we talked about before, is that each team is going to have a Shepherd bot and they're going to have to escort it to certain places. Now, I think before I said certain places that would charge it up, and that once you got it like supercharged, it would maybe supercharge your shields and you could take out the enemy team really well. But now here's another thing that I'm thinking that I just thought up today. How about each team has, its own Shepherd bot? You got to guide it over to a panel on the ground or something, and it'll sit there and it'll charge up the panel itself, and you can spend shards. You can run up to the Shepherd bot, hold circle or whatever it is to deposit your shards to make it charge up these areas faster. And then whoever caps the most areas in the most amount of time or whatever wins. So you got to escort your bot to different plots on the ground, pay money to charge it up, or pay, I don't know, life force or some other kind of something you get. Maybe you go kill a Varelsi and it gives you quote fingers energy to go and deposit into the Shepherd bot to make it charge up faster. Something like that. And so to the second part of the question, if you're talking about a bot that goes and charges up from or to a circle on the ground, I think you're going to reuse capture maps for that because you got spots where there's circles on the ground. Hey, the bot's going to go left or he's going to go right or he's going to go center. You got to follow him and supercharge that area. I think for my version, you don't really need new maps. I totally agree with you, though, that I want new maps, regardless of what this mode turns out to be. More maps are always good. I want more maps for the stuff we've got right now. Just more maps everywhere. More variety. Make it fun.
First off, I think that's more likely what the scenario will be because that's more in line with what League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, etc. already put out there, where you can get to, an item to a certain objective and it gains power and then moves forward and is able to destroy shields or whatever, etc., etc.
There's totally Dominion mode in League of Legends that no one played where you had 2 shrines and you had to cap it and it gave you a bonus for a while before you had to cap it again.
So I see something like that being more realistic. However, I think capture maps on 2 levels would be terrible. First off, they're too small. I don't think it'd work real well. Secondly,
Yeah, I
they've
agree.
already reused the capture maps for the face-off match, so I don't foresee them reusing them yet again for their new mode. If anything, it'd have to be the incursion maps if they're going to reuse any maps.
Well, see, I was just going to say, how about the meltdown maps and the capture or charge points are like where you can build like the turrets, where the thumper turrets are in outskirts. You both have one, and then maybe in the middle of the lane where the shock turret is, that's where you have the one that helps you push. You get that one, and then you move on to the next one behind enemy lines. You could have two lanes going too, so it'd be a little more. You wouldn't just follow your one bot the whole team. You'd have to split up and bounce around the map, just like with Meltdown.
Plus, it'd be short enough that it'd be more believable. I know it doesn't matter; it's a video game, but it'd be more believable if the Shepherd bot or Sentry bot, whatever you want to call him, is able to lay down fire on whatever it is you're protecting when he's supercharged, etc.
Yeah,
so it'd be like, okay, well, of course he can see the end because it's not that large of a map. And then, supercharged, now he's laying down crazy fire, and you're like, yay, we're winning. And then you're trying to prevent the other team from getting theirs supercharged, meanwhile protecting your own so he can keep progressing and getting more charged up and doing more damage to the shields or towers or whatever it ends up being.
How about this cool idea, though? How about at each station, like where the turrets would be built, you pay money to charge up the Shepherd bot and give him better attacks. So you can have him just keep going all the way through, but if there's enemies in the middle, you have him stop at the middle. You boost him up with 400 shards to make him supercharged, and so he would actually lay down fire like a badass turret right there, and then you could hit X or circle or whatever to move him along to the next one. So you would charge up that area and help you defend it, but then you still have to move him up.
So I'd be playing almost like a chess game of sorts.
Exactly. He'd be like a little mobile turret.
Picking when to move him forward, when to charge him up. That makes sense. That'd work.
There it is. Boom. I just got it. Thank you. I'll take
Now,
the money.
see, you totally messed things up, though, Matt. Earlier, you told me it was a Sentry bot. Sentry bot's different from a Shepherd bot.
No, you've been saying Sentry bot. I've been saying Shepherd bot because the logo is the Shepherd bot.
I know.
I know what I'm talking about. You're the one who's...
No, off air, I asked you.
You're the one who's got cold feet today.
Off air, I asked you. I said, what information do we have on this thing? Because I couldn't remember. And then you said nothing. And then you're like, no, there's been a logo the whole time of a Shepherd bot. I'm like, well, then obviously it ain't going to be a f***ing Sentry bot on an island. God damn it.
No, I told you it was the picture of the bot with the thing on the ground because we've talked about it before. I thought you remembered.
No, I don't remember.
Well, it could just be a Shepherd bot on an island then.
Yeah.
And he would spray out lasers. That's fine.
Man.
He wouldn't be as cool as Jeff. Maybe he could have Jeff's voice anyway. Why am I locked in the Shepherd bot? Bzz, lasers. Bzz, ah.
Yeah, well, it'd be fun.
See, I'm building your theory back up. Here we go.
Let's just
Gotta
get it back
workshop
on
this.
track. It ain't no Sentry bot. It's just two Shepherd bots on crack.
There you go.
Look at
It's a supercharged Shepherd bot.
Supercharged Shepherd bot. Bam.
There you
Still
go.
happen.
Perfect.
It won't happen, Eric. They're not going to introduce rowboats to the game. Oh, man.
You're just thinking rowboats because we're in this conjecture land canoe.
That's right.
Heading down Speculation River.
I've loved it. I've always loved that idea. I still think one day they need to do it. But in all seriousness, before we wrap that up, I think it'd be best if they actually had some new maps. And if
Yeah.
they don't have any new maps for this particular mode, I think some new maps in general would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I would say that's the one thing I've kind of been sad about is they've really been real light on introducing maps for any of the modes since the launch.
Yeah, there was that one expansion.
One expansion with them, and that was it. And I'm like, oh, well, it'd be nice if we could get one more for each, or at least maybe one for the couple more popular ones, like Incursion, Meltdown, or something.
Well, especially because back when it was still split queues with Capture, Incursion, and Meltdown, everyone would pick one map. Like, no one would ever play any of the other maps. So if there's even more maps that can be randomly selected in Quick Match, it'd be even more fun. Just, hey, we're going to play... Well, everyone wants to play Meltdown? Well, we're playing on Generate Rampage today. We're playing on, Frozen Bliss with a Rowboat Island today. Something cool like that.
I hope. We'll see, though.
Yep, we shall see.
Because apparently Randy says, hey, stuff's coming. One of these days in the next sometime soonish, maybe-ish, we're going to find
It's
out.
on its way some point. So, yeah, if you guys want to send us to Conjectureland with any of your questions, or you got any other questions, any comments, any concerns, or if you just want to say hi, you can email that to us at info@thirdshift.me. You can tweet at us at ThirdShiftME, and you can find us on Facebook under Third Shift.
Hey, and if you didn't already know, we do have a Patreon. No big deal. We sort of use it as like a little tip jar. If you guys are liking what you're hearing, throw $1 in, throw $500 in. Maybe $1 million. I don't know.
Pay for Eric to get a new basement.
Yeah, I need a new basement, in case anybody's wondering. Mine's flooded and my feet are cold. Be great not to have cold, wet feet while I'm down here doing a podcast. Possibly getting electrocuted to death. Maybe next episode, that'll be it. Me just making strange noises as I'm being electrified. It'd be great.
Because your wife would just let you sit there for a full week. I'm not going down there. I'm not going
Nobody
down
wants
there.
to die, man. Nobody wants to step in the
James,
cold water.
James, go get him.
Nope. But we do appreciate everyone who has gone ahead and thrown in their awesome cashola to us. We appreciate it more than you could ever know. We understand the value of $1. We're working men ourselves. So, and if you can't, that's no big deal either. Throw us a question, a comment, anything. A like on iTunes, any of those other things. It'd be fantastic.
That's right. And speaking of iTunes, you can catch this podcast on iTunes, on Stitcher. We upload to Google Play Music and YouTube as well. And I believe we're still on Podomatic right now before we switch over to Podbean. So again, anyone who listens to us exclusively through the Podomatic feed, please swap over to iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, any one of those services. And if you like what we do, please give us a like or a review on any one of those services because we really appreciate it. And we'll be back in your ear holes next Friday on the 14th of April for our very next episode.
Oh, yeah. And I would just like to say that those 5 stars on iTunes, man, okay, it's very important because I heard another rumor. I heard that when you get enough 5 stars on iTunes, what happens is they turn into pills, little star pills. And these star pills cure cancer, other ailments, brain damage, blindness. If you're deaf, you'll be able to hear again.
Erectile dysfunction.
Maybe even erectile dysfunction. However, I don't know about that one. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask somebody with erectile dysfunction. But that's okay because I'm sure we've gotten a couple. So I'm sure you've eaten a couple of them pills by now, right?
Yep.
Perfect. See, everything's freaking cured. So those 5 stars, ladies and gentlemen, they really help. You don't want Matt to have erectile dysfunction.
I don't anyway.
You don't want Eric to have cancer. So help us out.
You probably do.
You do.
Though.
I know you do. Damn it, that was
no, you
that
do.
was counterproductive to the argument. Oh, but we do love all the 5 stars. We do appreciate some great reviews. We do appreciate also constructive criticisms. And anybody out there who wants to just go ahead and throw hate stuff to us, we love that too because I feed off hatred. It's a beautiful thing.
Send that exclusively via the Facebook link so I don't have to see it.
Because Matt does not feed
send
off
the hate
hatred.
to Eric on
just
Facebook.
Send me the hatred. I'll just eat it. And then I'll spit it out on Howard and other people. But with that, Matt, we're going to wrap this episode up. And I'm going to try to get my feet warm so I don't catch pneumonia and die. So as always, I bid everyone adieu, and I say, don't forget to save.
Shut up and sit down.